To je bilo negdje u 6. razredu osnovne škole.
I was probably in 6th grade of elementary school when Domenik Ramaj, our local priest, was sentenced. A large detachment of policemen came and they bound him just like Jesus and led him away to jail. They falsely accused him of supposedly having incited people to assassinate the Communist Party secretary. He looked at me with an expression on his face that said, "I'm leaving. Will I come back? I don't know. And who will take my place?" He was sentenced to 14 years hard labor. He looked on just like Jesus. I looked on and knelt, and as they led him away like a common criminal, surrounded by soldiers and policemen, I thought to myself, "Jesus, I desire to be your priest, if you will have me."
Isuse, ako ti mene prihvaćaš, ja želim biti tvoj svećenik. Ja sam Don Lush Gjergji.
I'm Father Lush Gjergji. I was born in Stubla on the 21st of March 1949. It's a mountainous area known as the Karadak region.
Karadački dio ili Skopska Crna Gora.
Although he belongs to a minority church in Kosovo, this Catholic priest has a reputation of importance. He is greatly respected both by the Muslim majority and by Catholics. People flock to him on the street and in church wanting to greet him and seek his advice. He encourages, advises, and attends to one and all in equal measure. Behind everything he does is an interior drive to honor the example of his forefathers.
Jedan veliki izazov sa mnogo poteškoća.
The idea that challenges me, but which brings hardship too, and great satisfaction with it, is to be a successor worthy of our forefathers. The bishops, priests and religious who are the only light in the centuries of darkness. They left an indelible mark on the culture, civilization, identity and language of the Albanian people. That was a challenge to me, whether I would be able to contribute, to write something in the service both to God and to my people and towards mankind without any digression on the creed, nation or culture, the way that Mother Teresa did. I'm very proud of that. Every day that pride, that zeal and that genuine joy is amplified in me.
I svaki dan taj ponos I taj zanos I to oduševljenje raste u meni.
This strong desire to serve God in Kosovo was vital, especially upon his return from studies in Rome. Having successfully defended his doctoral thesis, Father Lush returned to a depleted and spent local church.
Normalno je dolazeći iz Rima bila je jedna bijeda.
Coming from Rome, of course, the misery of Kosovo struck me. We were lacking priests. They were all elderly and exhausted from communist imprisonment. That new blood, the 3 new priests, there were 2 others before me in 1972, delighted people and inspired many new vocations. That's when the rebirth of our church began and of the whole diocese, which up to then was hardly known. Few people knew of the existence of these Albanians who claimed to be Catholics.
That anonymity was caused by over 300 years of forced Islamization. To survive, Catholics were obliged to seek refuge here, in the rugged hillsides on the outskirts of Kravasaria. It was there, living in misery and poverty, that the Kosovan Albanians protected the seed of faith in their families up to the present day. It is from one such family that Father Lush Gjergji descends. His brother Noé, also a priest, still remembers their childhood together.
He was 3 and I was 6 when our father died. My mother fed us and schooled us, along with my older brother and the other members of the family who supported us in everything. When the 3 of us, 2 brothers and another cousin, were ordained and held our first Mass, that was really something, not just for ourselves, but for the parish and the diocese.
On the long winter nights, their mother would tell them stories about their ancestors. One memory in particular was influential in the life decision of the 2 Gjergji brothers. In the 19th century, 17 chiefs of the Albanian Catholic villages of Varnoakolo, Binac, Terezia, Stubla, together with their priest, Father Ante Maroevic, came to the local Begovian center in Gnilane, looking for permission to publicly state their Catholic identity. Bey Dinolia, the local Turkish administrator, imprisoned them together with their parish priest, shackling them in chains weighing 50 kilos, and sent them on foot to the Turkish governor in Pristina, Yadar Pasha.
Many of them died along the way and their bodies were thrown to the dogs. They didn't even permit them a burial. Those who by some miracle survived the march were taken out to sea to be tortured and to utterly break them.